Yo, Ziggy here. I'm gonna bring you something a little bit different, and before I begin, I just wanted to remind everybody that I do have a new channel. It's Ziggy Guns, and I got the link in the description below. Please subscribe. I'll be posting my COD videos on that channel here real soon, and also gun videos, etc. This channel right now that you can watch, like for example this video, I'm gonna just bring more different stuff, sports and other games, so that's why I wanted to remind you guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and get a topic at hand. The NFL draft is this Thursday, April 26th. So I wanted to make my predictions, just the first round, just go through real quick and see what you guys think, and also leave what comment in the section below also what you think is going to happen. But I'm going to go through this real quick so that we don't waste any time. Trades, I don't know how, exactly what kind of scenario it is, so I'm going to give you what I think are possible trades. But it'll make sense once I start going through it. So obviously the first pick, Andrew Luck, the Indianapolis Colts, they already announced they're going to pick him, so it's a done deal. There was a big debate, RG3, Andrew Luck, all this off season. It's over. I think Andrew Luck was the perfect guy for the team. Washington, hey, they get a good one too. RG3, Robert Griffin III out of Baylor, so good for them. Really, the draft starts at number 3 with the Minnesota Vikings. I've been reading that they've been wanting Khalil. I don't think they're going to go that route. Obviously the Vikings have to play Aaron Rodgers, Jay Cutler, and Stafford twice, so that's 6 games. They need cornerbacks. Their secondary was pretty bad last year. I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to get Morris Claiborne at the 3. 4, Cleveland has 2 first-round picks, so I honestly think that they want a quarterback, but I think it's too high to reach for Tannehill. I don't think they trust him, especially since they got Colt McCoy, which is kind of pretty much the same quarterback in my opinion, but a lot of people are saying Tannehill is supposed to be getting real good. I think it takes time to learn the quarterback position. They don't need another project. They just need to be more, solid. So the best player on the draft at this point is Trent Richardson. I think they're going to go ahead and go what the Chargers did a few years ago, take LT and get a quarterback later. Hey, they picked Drew Brees. And also they probably going to hit lightning in a bottle with some of the other quarterbacks. I mean, look, the Bengals picked Dalton, and he did pretty good for them. So you don't need a super great quarterback in that division. You just need to, be competitive. I think Trent Richardson gives them that versatility at running back that they lacked since Peyton Hillis has been messed up ever since he's in the Madden cover. So Trent Richardson at 4. 5, Tampa Bay. I think they're going to go ahead and pick Matt Khalil since, I have Minnesota passing them. Safest pick in the draft. I don't see them trading. They might trade, but I think that's a great choice to protect the quarterback. St. Louis. Here's my first trade of the day. I think the Miami Dolphins are going to trade with the St. Louis Rams at this spot. I'm going to say number 6, Miami Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill. Number 7, Jacksonville, since they didn't get Tannehill. I think they also they want a quarterback also, but they'll go ahead and pick Stephen Gilmore. Apparently, I've been reading that they really like him. So, Stephen Gilmore is going to be the 7th pick, 8th pick since St. Louis traded. I can actually see them trade again right here, just stockpiling. But if not, number 8, Justin Blackman. I think they want a wide receiver for Sam Bradford. At 9, I have Carolina taking Dontari Poe. I know there's been a debate on whether it should be Poe or Fletcher Cox. I think in the end, Poe has more of an upside, and in the draft, it's all about potential and upside. So 9, Dontari Poe. 10, I have the Buffalo Bills selecting Michael Floyd, wide receiver, to help out Steven. And at 11, I have another trade here. I think the Jets are going to move to 11 ahead of the Seahawks. The Jets really want Melvin Ingram. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it. So at 11 with the trade, Jets select Melvin Ingram. 12, since Seattle couldn't get Ingram, I think they're going to go with a safety. So I'm going to have Mark Barron. That's their best bet at that point. At 12, 13, the Cardinals, I think the best available for them would be David DeCastro, who's the guard. And I'm pretty sure they probably wanted a receiver also. Michael Floyd is probably who they would target. Whether or not they trade up, like I was saying that maybe the Rams might trade again at the 8th spot. I can see that happening, so that could happen too, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that's not happening yet. 14, Cowboys need secondary help, so without a doubt, Drake Kirkpatrick is their best bet at this point. That's who I think is going to go 14. 15, this could either be Poe if Carolina don't pick him, or Fletcher Cox. So Fletcher Cox would be the pick, or Poe, if depending on who Carolina takes. I think both of them are going to want a defensive tackle. 16, like I said, the Jets traded the Chiefs, so I think the Chiefs want Luke Kuechly in the end. I think that's who's going to go at 16. 17, the Bengals, I can see them trading out of this spot, or maybe in the next one. At 17, the Bengals have, a pick, so I'm going to say Courtney Upshaw is probably who they want really at the most, so that's the 17th pick. 18, I have the San Diego Chargers picking Riley Reif. 19, I have the Chicago Bears picking Jonathan Martin. At 20, I have the Tennessee Titans selecting Whitney Mercilus. 21, the Bengals have another pick. I think they trade out of this spot, to be honest, to get more. But if not, Michael Brockers is the best available then at the time. And it would be a good pick for them, actually. So they can have two pretty good picks, relatively close. 22, this is going to be interesting. The Cleveland Browns, I think here's where they're going to pick their quarterback. I think it's going to be Brandon Weeden. From what I've been reading, they really like him a lot. I think it's actually a good move. Brandon Weeden versus Tannehill, I'd rather take the guy that's been throwing a little bit more. So I would say Weeden, but we'll see what happens in the draft. I think it's a safe pick for Oklahoma State quarterback. Not bad at all. Detroit, I can see them trade out of here also, but if not, I say Mike Adams. Pittsburgh, Kevin Zeitler, I think is going to be the pick. The Broncos, I say they pick Devin Still. I think it's a perfect opportunity for them right there at that spot to pick somebody like that. And he's a defensive tackle out of Penn State. Houston at 26, I think will pick Stephen Hill. Around this point, they're probably going to want a receiver to help Andre Johnson out. So their defense is pretty good right now. They did lose Mario Williams. I could see guys like Quentin Copples in defensive end, or even Chandler Jones being picked in this spot. But in the end, I think maybe they stick with the wide receiver. New England, if I could see, obviously they trade out of the first round all the time. They don't really need much help anywhere. They pretty much addressed everything they needed in the offseason with some free agents. If they needed to go somewhere, they'll probably go defense. So Quentin Copples, like I mentioned earlier, will probably be a spot here. In Green Bay, same situation. I can see them, dropping out of it, but their defense did kind of lack a little bit last year. I think, though, in the end, that they probably would want a defensive tackle. So I'm going to say Gerald Worthley for Green Bay Packers at 28. 29, Baltimore, I can actually see them trade up, maybe even with the Bengals on one of those picks. I think they really like Dante Hightower a lot, the inside linebacker. They need, they really don't need much, but their defense have always been a defensive team, so I could see them doing that. The 49ers, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. They obviously he's a defensive-minded coach. I think, though, in this spot, this is where the coach is going to make that mistake and go for one of his guys. Kobe Fleener, tight end. I know they have Davis, but Davis is going to demand a lot of attention. I think that they're going to run a 2 tight end set. So Kobe Fleener, tight end for San Francisco at 30. New England again, 31. I could see them trading out of this spot, but if not, Shane McClendon looks like a New England type of player that they'll probably pick up. And then at 32, I have Chandler Jones, a Syracuse, New York guy, defensive end. And I just think the Giants are going to continue to stack their defense. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think would be traded? What kind of trades or what kind of players? What's your favorite team? Who do you think they'll pick? But I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out my channel. And until next time, peace.